you're about to call the self-storage seller and counter his counter. So if you didn't see the underwriting we just did to come up with our new numbers of how we're gonna counter him, make sure you check out the video right here, and let's get into this call, baby. Wall Seal Storage, how you doing?
Hey, good, Alex. How are you doing?
I'm good. Is now a good time to talk?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I guess one of them's not valid.
I struggled a little bit to try to put the numbers together with taking over the SBA loan, and the reason being is because like the payments much, obviously I imagine you had that for a couple years, right? 4 or 5 years, you said. So obviously the balance was much higher when you got it. So the payments base essentially, if you look at what the payment is compared to your balance, it's like essentially it'd be like almost like I was paying 7%. So it makes it like a lot tougher on the numbers, but I'll give you two options for you, and they're very similar. One's just taking over the SBA and one's not. And on the not side, it probably just allows us to do a quicker close, not having to deal with the SBA and their guidelines and trying to go through the process of assuming that loan. So it's a more probably for sure thing if we don't go with the SBA route, but I'll leave it up to you, and If give you two offers here if you have a pen and paper.
I do.
Okay, excellent. So the SBA portion one with us taking over would be a purchase price of $3.58 million, so $3,580,000.
Western was at 7.
We would take over that 580 loan. Your equity would be $3 million. We would pay you $300,000 down. We would pay you the balance of that $2.7 million amortized over 40 years, 2% like we talked yesterday, and that's at $8,176.29 a month. And then the 10-year balloon, $8,176.29, and with the 10-year balloon like you wanted. And then the other one, like I said, it's very similar. It's $3.6 million, but paying $720 down. Oh, sorry, $780 down. That would be paying off the SBA. That would put $200,000 in your pocket, and then the balance being carried forward would be. Let me correct that. I think I may have misspoke. So $3.6 million purchase price. I'm putting $780 down. The balance is $2,820,000, and that portion is amortized at the same rate, 2%, 40 year. And your payment on that one would be $8,721.38. And if you need me to repeat that because I screwed it up at the beginning, let me know.
No, I think I got it. So you backed off of the purchase price of 4, huh?
Yeah, just because with that higher purchase price, and I could have paid you that higher purchase price like I talked about with the lower down payment. So I could still pay that $4,600,000 down, but on that case, you're only really paying off the SBA and getting like $20,000 at closing. And I know you said you didn't need any money besides a little bit to help your kids, but I figured you wanted a little bit more. So to really pay that higher price, every time essentially when I pay a higher price, I try to get a lower down payment because all I'm trying to do is really get a decent cash on cash return. So if I have to pay more down to pay off your loan and give you capital in your hand, then I have to lower my price. Again though, I am flexible. So if you need a little bit more purchase price, a little bit more down, there's other things we can do in this type of arrangement to create a win-win situation like I discussed with you yesterday.
Okay, yeah, I would like more down and a bigger interest. Yeah, 2% interest is almost nothing.
I gotcha. What would be a down that you would think you need?
I'd like 300 or 400 more and a shorter balloon, 6 or 7 years.
And with those kind of adjustments, are you willing to be at all flexible with the price going down a little bit more as well, or is there a limit to that?
Yeah, I think there's a limit. 3.6 with another 300,000 down and 3% interest and 6-year balloon.
Okay. If you give me 1 minute, let me just kind of put these numbers in here, and I can kind of check if this could work. I'm so close, but it's a little tight. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to play with these numbers here. What I think I could do here is I could do 3.5 with $1 million down and the balance of 2.5 at 40 years. With putting the $1 million down, it makes it hard to go up to 3%, but if you can still do that 2%, I could do that 6-year balloon. So 3.5, $1 million down, 2.5 balance at 2% for the 40 years. The payment's $7,570.
If you could take it to 3, I think we'd take that. 3% interest.
Could you do for me the first 2 years 2% and the next 4 years 3%?
How about the first 2 years, no interest?
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Or I mean, no principal. I mean,
Just interest only? Okay. Yeah, that should work. At the 2% or 3%?
3.
Okay. So first 2 years, interest only, 3%, and then starting year, essentially month 25 to the balloon, you could do to month 72, principal and interest at 3%. Okay. I think that will work for me. Okay. Yeah, that works.
Does it?
It does. Yeah. I can make that work. You're teaching me things.
Could you take it back to 3.6 price?
Let me see. I get a new piece of paper. I scribbled all over this one. Can we meet in the middle at 355?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this. So 355, $1 million down. The balance would be 2.55 at 3% interest only for 24 months. And then the next 48 months, amortized 40 years at 3%. And that payment would be $9,128.60.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm glad we were able to come to a meeting of the minds here. I'm going to confirm I have your email. It takes me a little bit, like it's not just a so simple agreement. I gotta put some stuff together here and get it written up, and I can get it over to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, I got your email as .com.
Yep.
You know what's a great timing is we just sold 2 of our facilities, like I said yesterday. One of them we had seller financed with the owners of the property, and they seller financed it also to us, and it was interest only the whole time at 3%. And before we paid it off the mortgage, I called them and said, "Hey, I'm sure you guys won't mind, but I'm gonna pay off this facility, we're selling it, and give you back $700,000." And they said, "Oh yeah, that's great. How'd it go?" And then asking me about the deal and how everything went. They got their payment each and every month, and actually just went to their house today to talk to them because they were interested in reinvesting into other storage deals. And I told them, hey, I'm always talking to sellers, but, if you want to invest, it might not be for a little while, but this could be a great opportunity for them to reinvest with me on another deal and get something even, very similar to what they did for me. So I appreciate you working with us on this one. I'm going to put everything together, and then I'll shoot it over you tomorrow. Is there a time that works best for you? Maybe in the late morning, early afternoon for you?
Yeah. Earlier the better.
Earlier the better? Okay. So I will shoot you a call tomorrow, send you over the email, I'll shoot it over to you, make sure you received it, and then I'll be available. Obviously it might take you a day or so to review it, if you need anybody else to review it. And then just feel free to give me a call if there's any questions you have, and we can put this together and get this closed as quick as possible for you. Is there a timeline that you want to close by? Do you 90 days, less, more?
It depends a little bit on paying off the SBA. They have really strange rules about when they will accept payoff payments, and it's only once a month. You have to give them like 30 or 60-day notice, and it has to be on the Thursday. So.
Wow, that's interesting. Wow. Okay. Well, so the agreement, what it typically states is like there's a period where you provide us documentation, which you provided us a good amount of it already. But some other documents like a full rent roll and some other statements and whatnot. And if you have any struggle with getting those together, just let me know. I can help you. It looks like you use probably the same system I use as well, so I can walk you through anything if you struggle to find it. But I think it should be pretty easily with the system you use already. So that makes it very easy. And then there's a period where what we like to do is get like a survey, an appraisal, a phase 1 environmental study. I don't know if you have any of these things also. In the agreement it will say, hey, if you have any of these things, please provide them to us. those are the things that take the longest time because they're third-party reports we have to order. Sometimes it's 4 to 6 weeks to get them, to even get them scheduled. And so once all that due diligence is done, then we pretty much can move to closing, and we can set it up based on your timeline of, in the SBA, whatever they prefer, and get it done.
Yeah, when I bought it, I didn't do any surveys. I took it the way it was, so none of that, that hasn't been done for a while.
Yeah, I'll order them. I'll pay for them, so it's not a problem. It won't be a cost to you. All right, I appreciate it. Look forward to getting this done, and I'll shoot it over to you tomorrow. And again, if you have any questions, when I shoot it over to you, I'll give you my direct cell phone number, and you can reach out to me if you have any questions.
Okay, that sounds great.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Nice working with you.
Alex, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Talk soon. Talk tomorrow. Bye. Bang, bang. Oh. So on these cases, like on a house, we go like right to close, like sign the contract, put them on hold, we sign the agreement, DocuSign right over the phone, we go over the whole agreement with them. But our commercial contracts are like 11 pages or something, like 8, 11 pages. So I gotta put it all together, send it over to him. He's gonna have to probably review it. He's probably gonna want maybe an attorney to review it. He didn't say he needed an attorney to review it, but a lot of times that's what's gonna happen. And it seems like it's good to go. Went back and forth with some numbers, but it makes sense for us. And I think it's like a 9% cash on cash return going in, which is great. Should be a little good deal. Yes! Yes! This one we could probably wholesale, and we can keep it. So, and that's what I like. I want to like buy deals that like I can go either way. I'm not just wholesaling it and then screwing this guy over if we don't sell it. Like it's a deal that like makes us, we can keep it for sure. So you guys want to subscribe and make sure we actually get this locked up. So we're gonna send out the contract tomorrow. Probably take a couple days to get it signed. But once we get it signed, we're gonna move forward. And you want to see what we're doing with this deal, make sure you subscribe, follow along. If you like these videos, leave it in the comments. We'll do more of these types of videos, live calls, putting it out there, what we're saying to sellers, how we talk to them, how we negotiate deals. Subscribe.